Welcome back, YouTubers, friends, subscribers, casual viewers. Always nice to have you along on my ride. I'm trying out a new road today. I was going to try to ride a road I'd ridden with Brer Dan the year before last, and I couldn't find it. I guess it kind of helps if you look at a map sometimes, but that's not the way I approached it. I just figured I'd find it somewhere as a left turn heading west on US 411, and I'd see a sign for the town that it was going to go to. Couldn't remember the name of the town either, but that's beside the point. Actually, it is the point. But this is Tennessee Highway 39. I've never been on this before going east. I've been on it going west, but this is off of US 411, and it's so far it's pretty interesting. Narrow, two-lane country road. What's not to like? I don't know what's in store for me. It looks like it's going to be a good ride, and I'm glad you're riding along with me. It's a beautiful day today. It didn't get very warm. It was actually in the high 30s to low 40s when we got out first thing this morning. But it's now up to about somewhere between 60 and 62. I had already taken the liner out of my jacket, so I was wondering how I would keep a little bit of the cold air off of me. And instead of going through the hassle of putting the liner back in and the vest back in, which it's not that hard, but it's why do it if you don't have to. And I found out that a sweatshirt in these conditions doesn't really keep you very warm. So what I did instead is I took a Tennessee pullover. It's acting kind of like a windbreak, and it seems to be working really well. This is something I'm going to remember, something for future reference for sure. I was pretty sure I recognized the route number. I think it actually winds up intersecting with Route 68. That's Tennessee Route 68 down in Tellico Plains, which when I get there it'll give me about a 3/4 of an hour ride home over some not so cool, kind of boring roads. But that's okay. If this is a good road, it'll be well worth the time spent. It's not too bright. I'm wearing a pair of kind of gradation sunglasses, and that seems to be just about right for these conditions. So far the curves seem to be pretty gentle and no big deal. Well, we'll see if that continues to be the case as we venture along. I'm enjoying the ride. Hope you're enjoying being with me. Now the twists are getting maybe just a little bit tighter, and this could be some real fun. I'm looking forward to some good twists and turns. I don't like roads where I stay in 6th gear the whole time. Might as well be out on the expressway, if that's what you're going to do, don't you think? We have good weather forecast for at least the next couple of days. Tomorrow's kind of a big day in that I'm doing my COPS thing. We have an organization for the County Sheriff's Department called Citizens Observer Patrol. And I take a couple of 3-hour shifts a month and ride along, and basically our job is to do house checks, which during the winter time pretty much occupies all of our time. And during the warmer months, as what we're moving into right now, there can be far fewer to do, and we basically are just on patrol, whether it's in our own village or within the county at large. It's kind of a lot of fun. I think I've been doing it about 4 years now. I kind of look forward to it, and I've met some great fellas. There are some women that do it also, but of course they're afraid to ride with me. No, just kidding. Gonna have to pay a little more attention now. It seems like the curves are getting a little sharper, and there's no pullover here. There's no safe place to go if you should happen to have a problem, or you're going a little too fast, or you misjudge the curve. Look to the left and look to the right. You'll see that neither one of those places are places you would want to go. Not even a little bit. But the road seems to be pretty smooth. It's not full of potholes. And we're trucking along pretty good here, I think. Beautiful day. As you can see, spring has definitely sprung here. Oh. Route 39 East goes to the left. Here we go. Wonder how this strip will be. The last was not terribly challenging, but I'm getting a sense that this is going to be a bit more of a technical road than what we've been on so far. Watch with me and see. I hope the road doesn't disappoint. Nice little stream there. Now really, that's a dam that's in front of me. I ought to be able to keep up with that. Obviously, this person knows the road better than I do. I'm always a little hesitant to overdo it on a road that I'm not familiar with. You can get yourself in a whole lot of trouble real quick that way. And this is a day for fun, not a day to be digging yourself out of a ditch. I often wonder about the people who live out here. They realize what a treasure they have. These backcountry roads and great scenery all around, especially now in the spring. Of course, the flowering trees are starting to fade away. The Bradford pears flowers are pretty much fallen off and the leaves are coming out. But the red buds, some of them at least, are still looking pretty good. And the Dogwood Festival is on over in Farragut, which will go on for about another 3 weeks, I think. Different ways to enjoy the fine weather of the early spring. I wonder how you folks are enjoying yours. I've seen some friends up north that were kind of complaining about having snow on the ground. And there are certain parts of the upper Midwest where it's more than just a little bit. Chicago got something that I guess was maybe a little bit more than a dusting, but certainly not a major snowstorm. But for heaven's sakes, we're well into April, and this should be really great weather that we're having now. I'm really kind of disappointed that it isn't better than it is. But from my perspective, where I live right now, this is really great. I mean, I'll take 60-degree days all the time. Certainly better than having to wear protective clothing when it's 90 degrees out. Even with a vented jacket, it still gets a little uncomfortable. Not to mention what it's like with the helmet. Another thing that's going to be kind of special tomorrow is that the car club is having a chili cook-off. Usually, lots of people volunteer to be cooks or helpers or whatever. And we opened up 15 slots for chefs, and we only were able to get 12 people to sign up to do it, myself included. I'm going to be producing something that's called Hoss's Not Quite Firehouse Chili. Not quite firehouse in that, yeah, it's spicy, but it's not going to burn your throat on the way down. Some people like that, some people like a little kick, but for anybody that there isn't enough, I'm going to have some Louisiana hot sauce close at hand so they can spice it up as much as they like. I'll also have some diced onions and some Mexican mixed cheese just to top it off. Now, I don't expect to win because there's some pretty good chefs. I did enter once, so 2 or 3 years ago. I guess it was 2 years ago, and I didn't even place. But I have a much better, in my opinion, recipe this time, and I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm making quite a bit of it, and I certainly hope that people will sample it and give it their full-on attention, because I don't want to be eating chili between now and the time we leave next Friday to go to Memphis for the Easter weekend. Well, no, I'm not going on the Spyder. This is going to be a family trip, and consequently we need to pack Sunday clothing for Easter Sunday, and some things for the grandkids and so forth, and it just wouldn't be possible. Back there was a church with a little cemetery, and it was a semi-trailer parked up by the side of the road, and I was trying to make a connection between a church, a cemetery, and a semi-trailer. I had a certain Monty Python line come to me, but I think I'll probably forego saying what it was, because it would be not so nice. Anyway. But then again, I guess Monty Python was not so nice either, so might be all right. Well, it looks like the technical part of the road is over. And although the scenery along here is really nice, this is kind of straight and flat. Not very exciting at all. This is definitely a road I would like to drive on again. Maybe next time I'll try it in the other direction. But in the meantime, I want to thank you all for watching. I love to see your comments. And give me a thumbs up if you think I deserve it. If you don't, well, thumbs down or just ignore me. That would be fine. I do appreciate the comments and the thumbs up, though. Kind of makes my day. But until we meet again, Speedster Johnny out.